Welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to share with you a get ready with me using all the recent makeup products that I have been hauling. This is showing how I used the products that I showed in my previous video of my new makeup haul. So please join me as we create this makeup look using some new goodies that I have recently got. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ange and I just want to thank you for joining me today. I love sharing all things beauty and lifestyle aimed at the more mature woman as I navigate my mature years, and I just love sharing everything that I experience with you. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a thumbs up, I'd truly appreciate it. And I do upload videos on a weekly basis, but between now and Christmas there are going to be bonus videos because there is just so much to cover because so much is being launched at the moment. So do subscribe if you want to be updated with all the goodies that I have got coming. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into this makeup look. I have primed my face with my Fenty Pro Filter primer, and I am actually going to, now I had it pointed out in my Mario video that this is designed for priming the eyelids, but as I'm trying to find a replacement for my Becca Anti-Fatigue Under Eye Primer, and the texture is very similar, rather than just using it as a concealer like I did in my previous video, I'm going to use it like I do this under eye primer. So I'm going to go in with the darker of the two because it's more peachy, and it is a very similar texture to the Becca Under Eye one I love, and so I'm going to try it as a primer rather than a concealer. And if it works, I am going to be so super happy. So it is light under my eyes, but if I'm going to be adding concealer and foundation, hopefully we'll see how we go, and I will set with that powder as well after my concealer. Okay, so primed under the eyes. I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Magic foundation. I didn't use it in my Charlotte Tilbury full face video because I used the Flawless Filter foundation, which I had never used before, but I know I really like this one. I have had it in the past, so I'm just going to dot that on my skin and blend it with my beauty sponge. I might just add a dab more around my pigmented spots, which is all around this area. Get a bit more around the nose, shall we? Okay, so the foundation colour is not a bad match. I've just got a really pale neck because I take my sunscreen down my neck, but then my chest and everything is darker, so hopefully that's okay. Okay, I'm going to go in with my Pat McGrath concealer because I don't have a new concealer to try, and I'm just going to pop it in my dark areas. And recently I have started just using a fluffy eyeshadow brush to gently blend my concealer. And concentrating on the inner portion of my eye and the outer, so just blending that in like so. Then I just go in with my beauty blender and tap that in to get any excess concealer soaked up in the sponge. I'm going to go back in with my Mario Prep and Set Eye, and I'm going to set my under eye with this powder. And I will report back how this has worn under my eyes for the day. Not just for now, but how it wears all day. Now I don't have a new powder, so I'm just going to go in and powder with my Huda Beauty. Now I've been trying to use less powder the last couple of days, and my makeup midway through the day has been hideous at work, and I've been so embarrassed with the state of my face that it just shows that I need to set my powder really well. It just looked awful, just awful. This just really sets it for me by using my damp sponge and applying it to my skin. Then I like to go in with a soft fluffy brush and just brush away any excess. Okay, let's try our Mario brow setter again, using the side with the fluffy brush and just getting that, or actually I'm going to go like this because it says to coat the lashes, and then I'm going to use the little side to brush them up. Going in with my trusty dusty brow powder, and I'll be right back. Okay, brows done, and I have to say I'm not too sure if I am happy with that as an under eye primer. It's definitely not as nice as the Becca one. Okay, but we're going to go back in with it to set our lids. And I'll go in with the light one. Powder to set it. Eyeshadows, I'm going to go in with the Maddison Bare palette from Morphe, only because it's a nice soft palette, and as it's been around for quite some time I didn't want to dedicate a whole video to it. And of course we're going to use our brushes that I purchased. So I'm going to start off with the Riche number 15 and this creamy shade here all over the lid and up under the brow. And I'm not going to go for the pinkies today because there's been so much in the pinky tones of palettes lately. So I'm going to go in with this very neutral shade here and just start in my normal way in the outer, I think I need to tap, in the outer corner. Well, that's actually quite a cool shade. I'm enjoying that brush. Okay, and I'm just going to blow it out. I don't want to create a crease as such. I just want to shade that for a transition. Now I don't know if you can see, but I just want to highlight again for hooded eyes is that I don't want to go into my crease line, but I'm following this hollow that is a natural shadow and using that as my guide of where my shading should be. I'm just building up that depth bit by bit. Okay, I'm going to keep with this brush. I'm going to go in with this reddish warm shade with my Riche 15, and I'm just going to tap that in the outer corner. Like I normally do, and I'm going to blend that. It's like a mahogany shade, and then I'm going to take it just lightly into that crease area, just really lightly. I'm using very little pressure on the brush, more pressure on the brush here on the outer corner, and then light pressure just in here, very light pressure. And I actually am going to come around my hoods, man. They're changing all the time and getting worse and worse and worse. It's not fair. Just get used to doing my eyeshadow one way and then boom, they droop just a little bit more. Okay, so I'm just adding more colour. I'm going to run that from the outer part of my eye and just run that underneath just to connect it up. I like that colour, and it is blending really well actually. I'm not normally a fan of Morphe shadows, so it's been a long time since I had some. I bought a couple of those very big palettes and it just wasn't my cup of tea, but that's blending really, really well, guys. I'm shocked. I wonder how much of the blending is to do with the brush. Probably a lot. And I know Riche have got a brilliant sale online at the moment. Maybe I need to get some more, because they do have a really, really good deals going at the moment. And if you buy some of the kits, you get their modular, some of their modular system thrown in free. I think I might need to investigate further. I'd love to get the launch pack, but I don't think that's feasible for me right this minute. Okay, I'm going to go back in with our first transition shade, and as usual I just like going in and softening out this top edge. Now, something I do want to say is that if you find you've gone in really heavy-handed in this crease transition area, you can always go back in with a pressed powder if you are wanting to blend it out and soften it rather than another colour from the palette. So just a translucent pressed powder will help you blend any harsh lines out on your shadow. Okay, there's some. I'm definitely going in with the Champagne shimmer. So for that, I'm going to take the Riche 28 brush, and let's hope this looks nice. Oh yes, Oh, that's going on really nicely, guys. And it is very, very white. I'm just going to go up into that crease so that it appears I have a little bit more lid space than God gifted me with. It's really pigmented. I am impressed, and for such an affordable palette. I'm going to try this little shimmer shade on the outer corner. I'm going to use the Riche 26 brush for that. I might regret this, but I'm just going to try a little bit in the outer corner just to deepen up. And I am going to run that under the eye. I have got a little bit of fallout with that dark one, guys. It has got a little bit of shimmer in it. I just want to lay that colour down. Okay, this is where it gets interesting with my hooded eye. I've got this little bit here that when the skin folds, it looks like I've made a boo-boo, but it's just because the fold, when it comes down, folds over, adding depth to the fold, and it looks like I've skipped. So that's why I like pulling my eyebrow up to get in there for it to look a little bit better. Very pretty rich brown, this. I like it very much. So going back in with the Riche 15 with no extra product, and then blending that into our mahogany burgundy shade. Going in with my Wayne Goss Rich Hazel, I'm just going to really get into that lash line right there, guys, and that is just the best way for hooded eyes to line your eyes, rather than taking up lid space and lining across your eye. Okay, and then I'm just going to get into that little corner there, taking our little, actually I'm going to try this beautiful little wee brush, the 03, with a very, very small fine, and I'm going to run that in that gap along the bottom. Might take my sponge and just go like that, just to finish off the under eyes. I'm going to take this beautiful little coppery shade on the under eye with that little brush, and it's got a bit of the eyeliner still on the tip of the brush, so it's going to come out darker, and just run that under the under eye. Tools, man, they make a huge difference to makeup application. I'll leave a link down below to the Riche sale at the moment, but wow, guys, everyone has been telling me how great these are in the comments, and I finally bit the bullet, and all I can say is wow. Fanatical about trying to make sure I'm blended, because sometimes in editing I go in and I look and I think, oh my gosh, how did I not see that? Okay, so that's the finished eye look. So as stated, I have bought a new one of these lash pens, but I've still got one on the go. I still think that this is the best invention when it comes to applying false lashes. And I'm just running that along my lash line. Now you can get this pen in black as well, but being hooded eyed, I don't really think I want to try the black because I don't want it being too heavy on my lid and drawing it down even more. So I don't like applying mascara because I haven't found a mascara I like, and it just means I end up getting all blur. So I'm just going to go straight in with my lashes. Let's do our Remy ones. These are so nice. So they should have, these Remy lashes should have been in that pile of goodies that I have recently got, because these were a recent purchase. These are Adele's. Just so easy, that glue. You don't have to give it lots of downtime, and what I love about it, there's no gloop. Just no gloop. Because I find with my hooded eyes, if I have too much gloop, I haven't let them dry properly, they can slip and slide all over my eyes, and then I end up with glue on my eyelid, and then it transfers, because of my hood, colour to the wrong place on my eye. I love these lashes. I'm going to have to order some more. So these are the Ardell, and the style is Remy. But look how easy that was to apply lashes using this lash glue pen. I think you'll find that this will be in my 2021 faves. I'm never going to look back. So if you struggle with lashes and they are a pain for you, please buy this pen. You don't need to do full lashes like I'm doing, or dramatic ones like I'm doing. You could use the little flares and just put a few of them in the outer corner of your eye. And even just by putting a few flares in the outer corner, lift your eye, bring it upwards, and just so simple. And if you've got a pack of those, I'll put a picture up of the Ardell flares, and you use them, and say you used 2 or 3 in the outer corner just to lift your eyes up, they would last you a long time. And I'll leave a link to some down below on Amazon that you can get easily if you're not wanting to do a full lash like this. I just think they make a difference to my eyes, and if you just want flares, I'll add them down as well. And I'm just clamping that there so it doesn't lift. I think I've found my new favourite lash as well. They're so light. And that's the eyes done, guys. Okay, eyes done. Now let's get on with the rest of our face. And I'm going to go in with my Hourglass palette. I still haven't got my unlocked one yet. It looks like it's been held up in orders. I ordered it and nothing's happened since the order. So it's interesting times, and I do understand. So this is our gorgeous little universal palette. Now this shade here, which is the finishing powder Infinity, is way too light for my skin, but it's great for under my eyes. So I could have used that in my under eye as well, but that's how I can use that, is as an under eye setting powder, which is really good because my favourite under eye setting powder is the Hourglass Diffused Light anyway. So I'm going to go in with the bronzer here, which is Bronzer Glistening Bronze Light. And I'm going to go in with, let's try a Sonia G bronzing brush. I won't contour today. It seems so dark in the palette. Okay, so I'll try up on the forehead first. Okay, not as bad as I thought. I really did think that that was going to be quite dark on me. I like the tone. It's got a reddish tone. I normally go for a neutral bronzer, but I'm not mad at that. So I'll just do my bronzer and contouring all in one. That has definitely got a red undertone. That's going to be a really good colour for me in the height of summer. I love these palettes. The fact that you can have one palette that does everything. I mean, you could even use it on your eyes as well. Okay, and then I will try the finishing powder just to soften the edges. See, it's a little bit ashy, isn't it, on me, if I was to try it on my face. Yep, so that's the finishing powder. So it's a little bit light. Taking the Sonia G cheek brush, or actually no, I'm not. I'm going to take one I bought. Let's take one I bought, which is the Sephora Angled Blush, the Sephora Pro Angled Brush number 49, and I'm going to go in with this pop of pink here. And I'm just going to tap that on at the back of my cheeks and then blend forward. What a lovely, lovely pop. Okay, and then finally I'm going to go in with the strobe powder in Supernatural Strobe Light, taking my Anastasia A23 brush and applying that. It's quite nice. It's not a, it's a champagne-y colour, and it's not, that's what I like about Hourglass, is they're not in your face. Oh, I didn't contour my nose, so we'll do that now. Finishing powder, I know it's a bit light, but we're just going to soften that back. So I'll go in with my Huda bronzer just to shape down my nose a little bit. Now lips. So I didn't get a new lip liner, so I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty lip contour in Honey Beige. Now there is a wee sharpener in the top of the pencil where you can sharpen it to get a sharper tip to it, if that interests you. I just wanted to point that out. It is just in the top of the lip pencil. And then going in with the lipstick I bought, the colour Riche Shine by Loreal in 642. I absolutely love these lipsticks, and I think they are such an item that mature women should use as a lipstick choice. Flattering, they're not high end. In New Zealand they're still quite expensive. They're about $25. Yeah, about $25, $27 depending on where you go, but it sure beats 60. Okay, my loves, flattened all my hair down. that is the finished look using some of the new products that I have been gathering recently. I really like the eyes today. It's nice to play with eyeshadows and I really like this eye look. I love all the products that I have bought. I hope you enjoyed this look. If you have any questions, please don't forget to let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Would truly appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to see you back. And I just hope you've had a beautiful and a wonderful day. Enjoyed my video, and I'll see you in my next one. See you later, guys. Bye.